Almost ready for baseball in Milwaukee. The roof is closed and the atmosphere perfect inside Miller Park. Today, getaway day here in this 3-game series between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers baseball starts right now. James Paxton starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, last year, ERA was not good. Skyrocketed all season long. He's hoping to post a much better year this time around.
Andrew McCutchen heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Pirates, the left fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Burns is there. 1 out. And here's Clint Hurdle's starting lineup for the Pirates in this one. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Steve?
Well, I think when you come into this ballpark, don't get too big. We know the ball flies out of here, but don't try to force a long ball. Take good hacks up there. You know the ball. If you hit something solid, it's going to carry.
Austin Meadows will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Eric Karros, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, Matty, Yan Gomes, he's behind the plate. Yanni Mal, that's what they like to call him. Very good back there. Not only does he have the good physical attributes, but he's very good at calling a game, kind of leading his pitching staff. We'll see how he does in this one.
Paxton has his sign. First pitch on the way. To third. Drury ranges to his right. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a fairly painless top of the first. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Number 27 will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he was very effective last year. As a starting pitcher, he had an ERA under 3. When you do that, you're keeping your ball club in the game, giving him a chance to win every time out.
Billy Burns comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Billy Burns.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Lays off the circle change there, a ball and a strike. Eric, we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon. They come into this one in good spirits, fresh off their first victory of the new campaign last time out.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
The 1-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. Time now for a look at the hometown Brewers starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
You got to be swinging at good pitches. Avoid wasting at bats by going out of the strike zone on this guy.
Brandon Drury will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night. In there, strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Well, if he's going to overcommit to pitches like that down in the zone, I'd keep throwing him until he proves he can lay off.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Grounded to short. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, it didn't look like there was anything too special about this ground ball. It just looked like he maybe raised his head a little bit there, and that'll cost him a one-out base runner.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as he'll take a look at ball one. Runner at first here, one man out. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
To second for one. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're back at Miller Park right after this. Number 30 will stand in now. He homered in the ballgame last night.
Number 30.
Out in front of it, strike one. Paxton's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Jeanette has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Darryl.
In now, Darryl Lee, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. On the ground to third. To his right, Drury. Throw on to first, two gone.
Batting sixth, second baseman, Cliff Courtney.
Cliff Courtney into the box here in the top of the second, looking to keep this inning going. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Santana on the move, and that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Domingo Santana strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Domingo Santana.
First pitch of the inning misses here to the cleanup man. It's 1-0. And he looks at a curveball that falls in. 1-1. Hit hard on the ground to third. And a good throw gets him, one gone. Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, this manager loves to do the defensive shifts. So we're going to see a lot of odd formations as the game goes along. I can't wait to see how it works.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And he comes back with a fastball. 1-2 now.
Yeah, that pitch is still up a little bit, but at least this one was out on a corner. But I don't think I'd want to be making a living up there too much.
To first. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are two away now.
Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 5.
Number 5 stands in for the first time. First offering on its way. There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Gone in order are the Brewers. We'll move to the third with no score. Greg Schern will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Paxton peers in. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And a base hit now as that's how the third inning gets underway.
Yeah, nothing too special about a ground ball single up the middle here. But if you keep putting the ball in play like they've been doing, good things have a tendency to happen. We'll see if this gets them started.
Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to move the runner into scoring position here, but this is a foul ball. Nobody out, runner on first. Sacrifice attempt here. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
Stepping in now, number 27. And the fastball is off his glove, and it gets away. And the recovery will not be in time as he's into third on the passed ball. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. Number 5 ranging into the outfield. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Wow, that's not the at-bat you want right there with a runner on third and 1 out. He's trying to get something up in the air, but this won't be nearly deep enough to think about scoring that run. That's a wasted at-bat.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now, as he'll swing here and lift a fly ball out to right center. Santana is there, and he puts this one away for the third out, so a great job there. Scooter Gennett will stand in for the first time now, coming off a 3-hit contest in the loss last night. First pitch of the at-bat. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike 1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And he lays off the curveball. Strike 3 called, and that's going to be out number 1.
And down in the count, 0-2, you have to figure something like this is coming. He came with 2 straight fastballs to start the at-bat, and then they finish him off here with that big old bender.
Matt Chapman stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Heading out towards shallow right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
And right here, you've got the right fielder shading just a bit towards the alley. And I thought he'd have too far to go to get this ball, but he does close quickly out there, and he makes the play near the line.
Into the box, James Paxton, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. Oh, and he's finding his groove out there now. It's 0-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Leave it to the pitcher to come up with their first hit. I think even he can't really believe it.
Billy Burns will stand in here. He was set down on strikes to start the home first.
Yeah, as bad as he looked on that breaking ball, his first at-bat, he's going to see nothing but breaking balls in this one.
A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. 3 innings complete, and we are tied 0-0. Austin Meadows is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
And I think that might have been a first. The first ball they've taken the entire game. Sound the trumpets.
Belted high and deep into right center. Ranging back is Burns. Still going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. Solo shot to right center. And the Pirates are staked to a 1-0 lead.
Well, you figure it's only a matter of time till this guy gets going. That's his first home run here on the season, and you can bet it ain't going to be his last.
Standing in now, Jung-Ho Kang. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Burns will slide over and put this one away, and that's out number 1. Number 30 digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. And now a curveball as he's got to lean out of the way. That one nearly got him. Paxton steps into his windup, ready with the 1-1 pitch. Shot towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
In now, Darrell Lee. Drilled on the ground to short. He's got it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on the home run. And as the Pittsburgh TV guys like to say, clear the deck. Cannonball coming. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. Leading off the inning, Brendan Drury, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Well, he's had a lot of guys swinging at pitches out of the strike zone early on, so it's a great idea to go ahead and bounce one there on 0-2.
Just inside, not by much. It's 2-2.
Boy, that's a good take there. I don't think I could have laid off that one.
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. Chopped weakly to the left. Schern scoops it up, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
The catcher, number 10, Yan Gomes.
Yan Gomes will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
And at least he's taken a few pitches here. You know, that's more than the rest of these guys can say.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Doesn't offer at the circle change there, and it goes full 3-2.
Just like the guy he faced before this, another long at-bat here. He's had to make 13 pitches just to these last 2 hitters.
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Domingo Santana stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
Low for ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, 2 very good takes here. You can see they're trying to get him to hit something on the ground, but he's going to make him bring something up.
Look out. All over the place now. 3-0.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
No walks yet. Here's the delivery. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. First and second now with 1 away.
Just the first walk he's given up here so far to go along with just the 2 hits. So he's been pretty well in command throughout this entire start.
So stepping in, Michael Conforto, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Now a look and a throw back to second, but the runner's back easily. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he gets ahead with the curveball. Strike 1.
Boy, we're well into this ball game now, and he's thrown 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters he's faced. And when you can get ahead, your results are going to turn out well.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
His pitch count has really spiked here in the inning. He's up over 50 already.
Now a curveball's in there. 1-2 now. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Stepping in now, number 5, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. And it's quickly 0-2. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Brewers strand a couple. They trail this one 1-0. Cliff Courtney heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Second baseman, Cliff Courtney.
Ooh, right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Conforto waits on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Pittsburgh, third baseman
Greg Schern will dig in. He singled his first time around. The cutter runs outside, ball one. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball two.
And you know, sometimes when you're thinking fastball, you try to get moving just a little bit early. And that's a good job of recognizing off speed and then holding back on the swing.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. Jeanette ranging into shallow right. Two gone.
the catcher, number 13, Henry Nielsen.
Henry Nielsen did his job in his first at-bat, laying down a successful sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, a well-executed bunt his last at-bat, but obviously this time he's swinging away.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Number 27 will dig in. 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike one. 1 run on 3 hits, and 1 error in the contest for the Pirates so far. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line, and they can't run it down. Rip. Oh, it's off the third base bag. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
That's reminiscent of a ball Angel Pagan hit in Game 1 of the 2012 World Series. This ball is going to hit right off the third base bag, and he's going to catch a break there because they're left with no chance to make a play.
Andrew McCutchen digs in, and we'll see what he can do here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 5th.
Yeah, a couple of ducks on the pond out there looking to make that trip home. This is a big 2-out AB right here, guys.
Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Burns on the run. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Pirates strand a couple, but they're up 1-0. Scooter Jeanette comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
And in a pretty close game so far, they'd love to see this guy get on base so they can get a rally started to get back in this thing.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
And he's retired here, 1 away.
First baseman,
digging in to
7.
try it again. Matt Chapman. He flew out in his last at bat. Here comes the first pitch. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. In there, and he's in control. 0-2 now.
And this is part of why he's had a lot of success so far. He's done a lot of work on the edges and stayed out of the middle of the strike zone.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
Now batting,
James Paxton is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip.
Yeah, he showed a little prowess with the bat last time, and they may have to pitch him a little bit tougher right here.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Yeah, and that's the swing of a guy hoping for a first pitch curveball right there. If he gets it, he hammers it. If not, he's about 3 feet too late.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, we've seen this before. Fastballs in, then breaking balls away. That's been his MO throughout the first half of this game.
A ball and 2 strikes to count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. It remains 1-0. Austin Meadows will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. Now a ball hit pretty well to the left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. The 0-1 delivery. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Solo shot to right center. His 2nd home run of the game, and that'll give the Pirates a 2-0 lead.
That pitcher's got to be thinking, how can I throw a pitch like that in this situation? That thing was so right down the middle, it absolutely got hammered, and he knew it as soon as he let go of it.
Now some movement out in the Milwaukee bullpen. Both the lefty and a right-hander have begun to stretch it out. Into the box, Jung Ho Gong. Conforto is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first down.
Well, this guy on the mound right now isn't fooling anybody to start this inning. The home run was clearly hammered, and this ball's hit even harder, but with just a more favorable result out there on the mound.
Into the box now, number 30. As he'll get out ahead of a changeup and swing through it for strike 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. The 0-2 delivery. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Yeah, that's the put-away curveball. A great pitch with 2 strikes. You start it in the zone and then let it work out and see if he'll chase.
Ready on 1-2. Fights off another pitch and hits it foul right at the plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Little dribbler down the line. Chapman is right there, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
First baseman number 10, Darrell Lee.
Darrell Lee will stand in again. A couple of groundouts for him on the ledger in his 2 trips so far.
Yeah, just sort of rolling over on it, guys. See if you can make a small adjustment and get through one here.
This is line to left, and he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 in the inning for the Pirates on this solo home run. On to the bottom of the 6th. It's now 2-0 Pittsburgh. Billy Burns will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
That's yanked into the stands. Strike 1. The 0-1.
Nope.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. This is popped up. Calling for it. Lee looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Up next for Milwaukee, third baseman, Brandon Drury.
Brandon Drury will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
Gong onto the grass. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Yan Gomes will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. High pop-up. Lee is there for it. And that's the 3rd out. Gone in order are the Brewers. Trey Haley is out from the bullpen now, as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Cliff Courtney will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will get to the wall now, out near the Milwaukee bullpen. And a very quick start to the inning here. It's a first pitch double.
Well, he smokes this ball right here. This is a fastball, and he's right on it. Drives it right into the left center field gap, and he's going to wind up on second with a leadoff double.
This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike 1. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully, as that's ruled a strike. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, this is a stroll he's taken 5 times in this series now. That slow walk back to the dugout after getting punched out. After a while, these things, they start to wear on you. You've got to try to keep the mindset that every at-bat's a new opportunity, but most of the time, that's easier said than done.
Henry Nielsen comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he falls behind 0-2. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
If he would have swung at that, he would have never heard the end of it.
Got him swinging in the dirt. And the throw to first is there to record the 2nd out.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike 3, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Line toward the alley in left center. And that'll get down out there. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here, as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Boy, he's doing it all out there so far. Not only is he pitching a great game, but he gets in on the act offensively as well.
Andrew McCutchen Gets a shot now with 2 men on and 2 away here in inning number 7.
And we'll see here if he can come through. It can be discouraging to see opportunities like this late in a ball game go untapped.
Santana moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Pirates strand a couple, but they hold a 2-0 lead. Leading off the inning, Domingo Santana, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch on its way. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over to first. But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning.
Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips.
Yep, not showing too much so far, but he's got a chance to make something happen right here. See if he can put those other ABs behind it.
A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
And they finally break through for hit number 3 of this ball game, though it took them 7 innings to do it. That is not the kind of offensive performance that's going to win you too many ball games.
Number 5 is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1.
He's done a really good job of kind of getting ahead of hitters here by throwing first pitch strikes to 70% of the batters he's faced, and that's why he's doing so well.
Again to first, and again he's back in safely. Runners on the move for second. Hit to short. Taken in by Gung, and the underhanded throw gets him for the out. But wisely, no thought of a return throw, and the inning will continue.
The second baseman, number 2, Scooter Jeanette.
Scooter Jeanette will dig in now, and he'll do so representing the tying run.
Yeah, and you're not too worried about this guy jumping the yard on you here and tying the ball game. But if he does find a way to get on base, things get a whole lot more interesting.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, he's definitely still bringing it. It's the 7th inning, and we're still hearing the catcher's mitt snapping all the way up here.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Goes the other way, and this is in the air out to left. McCutchen is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tony Cingrani will come on in relief as he'll make his 2nd appearance of the season so far. Austin Meadows will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3. Lifted the other way to left center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning. Jung Ho Kang will stand in now, and he's been kept quiet out of the number 3 hole, hitless in his 3 at-bats so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely one of the better hitters in this lineup, and that's why he's in the middle of the order. He just hasn't been able to get it going today. It happens.
But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the 2nd out.
Number 30.
Number 30 steps in now. Cingrani pauses. Here comes the first pitch. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike 1. You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And he starts to go after it. Question was, did he hold up in time? Yes, indeed, says the third base umpire. One and two, here it comes. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates, as they're unable to add. Matt Chapman will stand in now. He flew out in his first time around and then was a strikeout victim last time. Stormy Pimentel will come on in relief as he'll make his second appearance of the season so far.
Stormy Pimentel.
Very weakly on the ground. Nielsen has it. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next for Milwaukee,
Yadier Rivera will stand in now as he'll be getting his first plate appearance in this one here in the 8th. First pitch coming. Here it is. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count, 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. McCutchen going back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall, and he's in there safely. He's got a double.
And that's a big double right there, down by 2, but more importantly, that's going to get the tying run to the plate. So we're going to see how they want to handle this defensively now with the open base.
Billy Burns will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
A throw behind the runner at second. Don't want to forget about him.
Simple throw over there.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Hit to third. Schern is up with it. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first. Brendan Drury will step in now as his guys look for a breakthrough here with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and it's been a long time coming. They haven't done anything with their opportunities so far. Maybe this will be the time that they finally crack the scoreboard.
Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0.
And for Milwaukee, this is a spot where you really need that one key hit.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
He's still got a couple pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. You got to take a step back, take a deep breath, and get back in the zone.
Chops it foul at home plate as the count moves to 2-2 now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball. Yan Gomes will stand in now in one of the bigger at-bats of the ballgame to this point, as he'll do so with the bases loaded.
And that key hit, it still hasn't shown up yet. And like you say, you've got the bases loaded. You just wonder how many more of these opportunities are you going to get?
Neftali Feliz will come on now, really needing that double play ball as the bases are loaded here with only one man out. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. It's going to take a lot of guile to work out of this one.
Well, he's got plenty in reserve. This would need to be a magic act, no doubt.
And that's up in the zone a bit, but a called strike, 0-2.
Yeah, he's been patient here with the bases loaded, but he's backed himself into a corner now.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. And a pickoff throw to third, and the runner will get back standing. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Throw over to the bag, and he's back standing.
Keeping him close.
Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Now batting.
Boy, I'll tell you, you know you're in a little bit of trouble out there with the tying runs and scoring position. And then you come up with a big strikeout like that, that's emotion. You've got to show some emotion, and he did, and everybody's loving it.
Domingo Santana comes to the plate looking to possibly give his team the lead if he can drive a ball deep enough into the outfield.
And you know that's probably in his head, but a simple base hit to the outfield could be all it takes to tie it up.
And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. That man's team has definitely shot itself in the foot with all the strikeouts so far.
It seems like it's been a growing trend so far, but man, you've just got to be able to put the ball in play when you got runners in scoring position.
This is hit to third. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. Brewers leave them loaded. They trail it here 2-0. Striding in to start the ninth, Darrell Lee, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball one. That evens it up 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. High in the air and deep to straightaway left. Conforto ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to left. Number 196 for his career. And the lead for the Pirates is now 3-0.
With the bottom of the ninth still to come, any little bit helps. Although there's nothing little about this swing. That was a bomb, and it pushes the lead up to 3 now here in the top half.
The batter, number 5, second baseman, left.
Standing in now, Cliff Courtney. Try to bunt for a base hit here as he gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
Up next for the Pirates, third baseman.
At the plate, Greg Schern. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, and hopefully he got that out of his system. They really need him to come through right here.
And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate.
I think he was trying to get that slider in on his hands, but I don't think he meant for it to get in that far. I think he just released it a little too late. Sacrifice attempt here.
And the throw is late at first, so they can't get anybody out. Now at the plate, Henry Nielsen. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
It was a pretty big strikeout, too, because he had a chance to drive in a run, so I'm sure he's going to be thinking about that missed opportunity for a little while.
Josh Bell will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. To short, hit hard. And that's through for a base hit. And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Up next for Pittsburgh.
Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Trevor May will be summoned into the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases are loaded with nobody out.
Trevor May. Now playing right field.
Neftali Feliz comes to the plate with the bases juiced, and it seems a big hit here could really put this one out of reach. Gregor Blanco will get a chance to really deliver off the bench here as he'll pinch hit with the bases loaded and nobody out.
Yeah, and pretty much any glimmer of hope for those guys in the field would have to be gone if he comes through with a big knock right here.
And this is just off the outside corner for a ball, 1-0. Into right center field. He comes up with a big one here. This is down for a base hit. 1 run scores. The relay throw, but he's safe at third as he's able to scramble back.
And that may be the at-bat there that finally seals the deal here. That'll make it a 4-run lead right now, and that will be awfully tough to overcome this late in the ballgame.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
And I'm sure he'd like a base hit right now here of any sort. But, hey, another fly ball wouldn't be all that bad because he should be able to drive in a run with a sacrifice fly.
Takes this the other way to right. Marisnick is there. Let's see if they try it. And he's just going to try to draw an airmailed throw as he heads back to third now with 1 away in the inning.
Wow, now that's just a tough break right there. If this gets down, it's 1 run, maybe even 2. But it was hit just a little bit too hard there, and it's sent back into the infield very quickly, forcing all 3 runners to hold right where they were.
In now, Austin Meadows, as the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1. First curveball of the day for him, and likely not the last.
No, he's got a good one. There's no doubt about that. He'll start it on the hip versus righties, and he'll backdoor it to lefties. 2 different locations, but equally effective.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. And another foul ball. He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Jung-Ho Kang stands in, the 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away.
Yeah, you know, and this could get ugly in a hurry. Or pretty, I guess, depending on which dugout you're sitting in.
On the ground to the left side. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot. Josh Bell will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out.
Now catching, number 18, Josh Bell.
Tony Watson is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth. Michael Conforto will be tasked now with leading things off in their half of the ninth, as they'll try to do something to prevent being shut out.
And whatever they've done for the first 8 innings hasn't yielded a whole lot so far, so quite frankly, I'm not expecting too much.
Number 23 is into the ball game here as he takes over behind the plate. Starts him out with a sinker that's inside, 1-0.
That's a pitch you really have to learn to take against a guy like this. But even if you make contact, you're just going to get something in on the label, so that's a great take.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, you've got the matchup you wanted, but that's not going to amount to much if he can't throw strikes.
2-1 after the foul ball there. To 2-2 now.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
Pulled toward right center field. Meadows giving chase. 1 down. Jake Marisnick will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it 1 pitch at a time, 1 runner at a time.
And he lays off for ball 1.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. Pitch on the way. Here's a fastball in on the fist, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
You know, I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
And that is swung on and missed, and things are starting to look bleak here for the home 9. There are 2 away now.
Number 2.
Scooter Gennett makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning. Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1.
These guys would like to at least get someone on base here in this bottom of the 9th. Got to make them sweat a little.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Throw to first will be in time for the final out, and the Pirates have taken the rubber match of this 3-game set as this ball game is over.
And you know what? I don't care who you're playing. You know, it's never easy to go out on the road and win any game. So that was a great effort by them in every phase of the game.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
And this is what you want out of your starter. He gives him 7 strong innings, sets things up perfectly for his bullpen to get the final 6 out. He's going to walk away with a victory. Good job.
4 runs.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over.